did you see that Contrapoints deleted her Twitter?
Yes, let me go ahead and pull this up here. I saw the original tweet from Contrapoints the other day that led to this. We can throw it up here.
She got mad fucking ratioed and destroyed by everyone on Twitter for this.
Yeah, let me put this up here so people can see it a little bit better. Love your hair, hope you win, but I will never go to Marxist church, which is just a weird thing to say because it's just like a DSA gathering. Like obviously there's Zoran, you know, because he wasn't an astroturfed guy. Like he's been around, he's been in DSA, and you know, 320 people at tonight's DSA 101. That's a really good turnout. I don't understand what you could possibly be taking issue with this image. Like Marxist church, like they're just gathering for a DSA meeting, and it happens to be at a church because it's New York City and it's really expensive to find meeting spaces, and churches will often let community groups organize there for reduced or no cost.
Yeah. Also, go ask a real Marxist what they think of the fucking DSA. You're going to hear a bunch of stuff about, oh, they're fake fucking leftists. They're actually just capitalists in disguise working with the Democrats. Like actual Marxists don't really fuck with the DSA. So, you know, it's a bad joke off the bat. You're trying to act like this is some super radical organization when in reality it's not. It's a progressive, you know, sock dim organization. And yeah, it's just weird. And I think if this was just a one-off, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, if anything, I might think it was a little bit funny, you know, like, oh, I'm not actually going to go hang out with these people. I don't care. Like, it's just a joke. But this comes after several bad takes from Natalie that have got her in hot water with the actual left, who she's shitting on here. So this is in the context of her, you know, being triggered by DSA types after her terrible statement on Israel and Palestine, for example. She put out this terrible, you know, mealy mouth, like Tom York coded statement about Israel Palestine and how she was concerned about the anti-Semitism and all stupid shit, right?
She sounded like fucking Pete Buttigieg.
Exactly. She sounded totally like Pete Buttigieg. She got called out by a bunch of people from the left. So now, of course, you know, she's taking the opportunity to like take these little subtle jabs at the left for no good reason. Because as you said, it's literally Zoran Mandami's in that picture. You can't pretend that this is an unserious group of people. They just fucking got the Democratic nominee in New York elected, or not elected, but they got him to win the nomination, right, for the Democratic Party. So you can't pretend that these are a group of unserious people. Again, it would be one thing if it was just a total joke, but I don't think it is. I think it really is speaking to her bitterness and resentment towards the DSA left.
Oh, 100%. It's totally resentment. Not only did she have that horseshit take on Palestine, she also came out and simped for Jeffrey Epstein for some reason. She was talking about how, oh, come on, Jeffrey Epstein acted alone, and or not. I guess she didn't simp for Jeffrey Epstein, but she simped for the people who were obviously in cahoots with him, talking about how, oh, he acted alone, like basically on some weird Michael Tracy shit, talking about how Ghislaine only procured young girls for Epstein. It seemed very much sympathetic to Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, which I brought up with Contrapoints, and she promptly blocked us on Twitter because it got like 500 favorites in her replies, and she went on a tear. Obviously, she deleted her tweet because she can't take criticism, but another thing that people...
Her whole account.
Oh, yeah, sorry, her whole account, excuse me. Yeah, that's right. She deleted her entire Twitter. But the other thing that's weird here is like pretty much any organizing that you do, even outside of like the hardcore left, if you are just a person who is in a organizing space, whether it be like a tenant group, whether it be like, oh, I'm trying to organize things for a food pantry, like I'm trying to tend to the unhoused community, pretty much whatever the fuck you're doing is going to take you to a church at some point, right? A lot of people were quote tweeting this original thing, and it was like, tell me that you've never done activism in your life. If you're an activist for 3 seconds, you're going to find yourself in a church, because that's where people can congregate. That's where people can discuss things. And yes, you might have a preconception that about the religious right and all of these things, but on a granular level, a lot of people do meet to organize in churches, and a lot of them are pretty decent about letting you do it, right? When I was a kid, I went to Boy Scouts. It was in the bottom of the church, right? That's just like things that happen, particularly in flyover country, but as this is evidence too right here, also in New York, just very out of touch. And it really does remind me that she started her career as like an edgy atheist on YouTube, and sometimes we forget about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really interpret it as actually being a dig at like religion or the church itself. I just thought it was like just a weird bad joke about how like the DSA was actually just like left-wingers version of church. Like, oh, they don't have any actual church community, so they'll have to get together and like pretend and be a part of this movement together. So that was how I interpreted it. not actually a dig at them for organizing in a church, but for them kind of creating their own version of a church by, having this service and, these ceremonies or whatever they're fucking doing in this meeting. That's how I interpreted it. But either way, it's a bad joke. It's a stupid fucking thing to say. And it's also like, okay, you don't like the DSA. You don't want to go to the Marxist church. What activist organization should we get involved with?
yeah.
You just want to fucking volunteer for your local Democratic Party. Not that I have anything against that. But really, you think anything other than that is cringe? Really? Like, you think that's how activism works?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And my point was only that she's clearly like making a jab that Marxism is like a religion because they're organizing at a church. But it's like, where the fuck else were they going to organize for something like this for DSA? Like in somebody's apartment, in somebody's living room, they're going to get 320 people. Like, do you think in New York City, the DSA has an office that could, handle what if 500 people come the next week? Right. So that was only my point, was not that she's making fun of them being in church, but she's trying to like point to the irony of like, oh, it's a church and they're like this is their religion or whatever.
Yeah. Either way, it's a stupid thing to say. And again, as someone who claims to be a leftist, it's like, so what are you supporting Andrew Cuomo? Like, what am I supposed to take from this? You think DSA is cringe. You think Zoran is cringe. You're like against radical pro-Palestine protesters. So what, are you just a shit lib? You're just an establishment Democrat.
Yep.
And I really think this all started, Zach, her turning on the left. It all started when people like us roasted the fuck out of Natalie for a period in that stupid Hillary Clinton Hulu documentary. I think it was called like Girl Boss or some stupid or Nasty Women or some stupid shit like that. And Contrapoints appeared in one of the episodes where Hillary Clinton like came to her apartment and chatted and all this crap. And we gave her shit for it. We were like, this is fucking stupid. Like, you don't have to hang out with Hillary Clinton. We get what you're trying to do, but it's not necessary. You don't have to hang out with Hillary.
Yeah.
And I think after that, because of the fact that everyone didn't just like applaud her for doing that, I really do think that's when she started to turn on the left. She can't handle being roasted. She can't handle people, posting mean jokes about her on fucking Twitter. It's so cringe, but it's a tale as old as time. How many people have we talked about turning on the left because they can't handle being roasted by the left?
Oh yeah, it's the Matt Taibbi maneuver, right? It's the I'm burned, so now I'm a boomer, right? Like, I'm scorned, right? Like, that's like, it's basically the like why I left. It's the Anna Kasparian shit. It's like, I was challenged by somebody, and now I'm gonna make my entire personality, my entire identity, the opposite of whatever these people are. It's like, oh, you like this? Well, I'm gonna go that way. You go left, I go right on basically every issue. And it's totally exhausting. It just shows how superficial her politics are. And to be honest, last thing, I should have known all of this was coming. I should have known that she was not down with the cause. I should have known that there was something sus in there when she tweeted out that Indians have the worst food. Indian food is some of the best food ever. And she tweeted out that she hated Indian food and that it was disgusting and that only people who try and look woke will try and get you to eat it. And I was like, you're a racist. I don't trust you. You have the shittiest palate I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, we'll go fucking eat cream cheese or some shit. But I should have known then.
Yeah, Indian food is literally probably my number one like favorite ethnic cuisine. It is fire. I also grew up eating a ton of Indian food. Like, I probably went to this place called India Palace in Overland Park every single week as a kid. I would make a huge mess with the rice all over the table and floor as a kid, according to my parents. But either way, it's like literally baked into my palate, probably more than any other cuisine, potentially even including American. So I find that to be genuinely insane. And it's okay to not like a cuisine as much as someone else. Like, there are certain ethnic cuisines that I like more than others. It's okay. It doesn't make you racist to not like something as much as another thing. But to tweet that, just saying that Indian food is bad, Indian food is gross, it's like, yeah. And also, you're not going to be able to find that probably because she deleted her Twitter account.
I'm hoping that somebody took a screenshot.
Hopefully, yeah. Because that was fucking crazy. I mean, come on. I just could not entertain that. It's insane to say that Indian food is bad.
Oh, it's just all the QRTs of people, but not the original tweet's gone.
Yeah, that's crazy. Indian food is objectively the fucking best cuisine, in my opinion.
Honestly, one of my favorite meals that we had when we went to New York was a Sri Lankan dish and the lady was kind of talking shit on Indian food. She was like, Indian food is fine, but it's not Sri Lankan. But that entire portion of the world, and honestly, man, like Asia's so rich and diverse, and there's so many different cuisines going on. But that portion of the world, that very large portion of the world, the flavors, the layered sophistication, the ancient roots of all the fucking cuisine there. I mean, India has been a fucking subcontinent with a culture for what, thousands and thousands of fucking years. They've been refining the flavors. Same when you eat like Chinese food, Thai food, all these things. If you don't have a palate for it, it's something that you should maybe consider trying to grow into, because it is peak.